Quinn. And it's Calderon in for Langston Galloway. New York's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Anthony, the pass to Calderon. Here's Porzingis. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Knicks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
On its way from Curry for 2. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Stephen Curry amped up on 0.
The Knicks have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Now here's Calderon. He has 5. Kicks it to Anthony. With 1 on the clock. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. The Warriors on top, running away with it.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. Klay Thompson brought his A game early tonight. He ended up with 39 points and 4 assists. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, it comes down to confidence. From the opening tip, these guys had that swag. They had the attitude that you can't beat us, we can only beat ourselves.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
Well, when you look at the opponent field goal percentage, that tells the whole story. They gave up way too many good looks. When they come out of the break, they got to play way tougher, Ernie. Get those hands up. Get in your opponent's face. Do something.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
And what a game for Thompson. He's got 39 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is pouring it in from 3, guys. You know how much I love to see guys knocking down buckets.
On the court for the Knicks, Anthony is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Robin Lopez. Then it's Vujacic, and it's Calderon in at the 1. Thompson outside. 6 on the shot clock. There's Green with the 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 5 assists in the game.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
And guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
Here's Calderon. Makes it off the glass. Calderon's got 7 points.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Here's Curry. Takes a big height bounce and goes in.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Last outing for Golden State, it was a loss to the Spurs in San Antonio.
And in part because I just thought they came out flat in that game and could never recover. Just not their best effort.
And I thought perhaps they might get an injection of life from somebody off the bench, but that never happened either.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
And guys, Steph Curry, the rare point guard who's almost as effective playing off the ball as he is on it. And the Warriors have really emphasized that as he's evolved as a player, bringing in a lot of playmakers who can set him up coming off screens.
Anthony dishes to Calderon. Vujacic. The shot's good on the assist by Calderon. Vujacic has got his first 2 points. Passes it to Barnes. Fires from the corner, and he gets it to go. And speaking of Curry playing off the ball in the pass, Clark, we'd see him guarding shooting guards defensively. Some said trying to hide him against lesser offensive players.
Well, I think guarding two guards gave him a chance maybe to save some energy for the offensive end, but recently Steve Kerr has had him on point guards more. You want your best players taking the challenge at both ends of the court.
And the dunk by Barnes.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Calderon kicks to Vujicic, and it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That's his first foul. A different look for New York. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Lance Thomas comes in for Anthony, and Langston Galloway subbed in for Sasha Vujicic. Galloway, the pass to Thomas.
Well, we all know how loud NBA arenas can get. I mean, last season there were some accusations thrown around that it wasn't all organic. I mean, some players felt as if some of the NBA crowd noise was artificial.
And both free throws good for Thomas. The Warriors have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Got a hand on it, and they get it back. Green dishes to Curry. Another three for Golden State.
He had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
For New York, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Some heavy accusations about artificial noise being pumped in last year. We've seen the issue in the NFL, talked about now in the NBA. Seeing in other sports, there's a case that maybe the NBA's got to deal with this.
No, there's no doubt about it. I know some stadiums, it might feel like there is extra noise being pumped in. And listen, there are a lot of fan bases that we have that are just flat out loud. I mean, it can be electric. But having said that, I don't think we want to have the artificial noise being pumped in. I think it does the game a disservice. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And let's take this chance to check out the NBA steal leaders. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. Fifth is Steph Curry.
And he's been a rock for them defensively. Just so many steals for him this year, and so many of them have been in key moments for his team.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Boy, a perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
And Clark, those free throws need to continue if they're going to get back in this game. Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Calderon's got 10 points.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
The dish to Thompson. From deep three-point range, and he gets the bucket.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Poked away. Calderon kicks to Galloway. Warriors with the rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass. And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
Calderon, no good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Outside for Curry. Outside, Green. Good D by Thomas. Well, going back to Bogut, when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. One of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with timely putbacks.
You know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to do his part. Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
There's 21 seconds left in the third. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson for the Knicks. Swallow comes in for Jose Calderon. And it's Grant in for Langston Galloway. Knocks it loose. And it's a Swallow penetrating, and it's sent back by Bogut. Now Thompson. He's got 44. Great look, but off the mark. Afflalo. No good on the buzzer beater. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. The Warriors on top, opening up a huge gap. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the 4th quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. New York's got fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the center position. That's the Warriors' 5.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Remember, for a long time, flopping was like the #1 concern in the NBA. I mean, it still happens a lot, but the rules have curbed it quite a bit. We have seen less and less flopping. The last few years.
Tipped away. Now it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
New York ball.
Six on the shot clock, and it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Some doubted how the flopping fines would have worked. Overall, there have been less egregious flops for the better in the NBA.
Yeah, and there will always be room for embellishment, but I like the fines because it really does minimize the number of extravagant flops. Guys have adjusted, and they're not laying down as much as they used to.
Thomas passes to Grant. Rebounded by Bogut. Bogut's got 6 rebounds in the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Oh, what a sweet stroke from Curry on that one.
New York shooting straight 49% from the field. Curry brings the double. Grant dishes to Seraphin. Grant against Thompson. Grant kicks to Seraphin. Right side Curry. He feeds it to Green. Dishes it to Bogut. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel.
Well, the game's getting bigger, going international. But at least in the U.S., it really seems the game is going indoors. Back in the day, the legends of the game still played on the blacktop. That's becoming a thing of the past.
Outside Williams. Unloads from 13. Curry passes to Bogut. He dishes it to Thompson. From downtown, that's good. Thompson's got 47 points. And speaking, Clark, of playground basketball, why do you think that is, that the players are going indoors?
Well, I think one reason is playing on hardwood is nicer. It's easier on your joints and safer overall. The game has changed and it's big business now, but there are still plenty of weekend warriors who get their hoop on outside.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Thomas. And nothing is falling for him right now. To the paint, here's Barnes. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
and chalk up a few more points for him there.